Hey everyone, welcome back to Endless Money Pits. This is my 2016 Honda CBR500R, and today I'll show you how to clean the drive chain. Honda recommends inspecting and lubricating the chain every 500 to 600 miles depending on the year of your bike. I keep my chain well lubed, but I didn't clean it all season, and I'm not sure how long it's been since I cleaned behind the sprocket cover. You should also inspect the chain every time you lube it and adjust the slack if necessary, but I'll be covering that procedure in a separate video. As a safety measure, never work on the chain when the engine is running. Here are the tools that I used for this job. Chain brush, bent nose pliers, 8mm hex wrench, 5mm hex wrench, 10mm box wrench, flathead screwdriver, and a paint marker. For this job I also needed kerosene, gloves, a spray bottle, and some rags. I'll start by putting the bike on stands to make it easier to work on. If you're removing the chain cover, you'll need to remove this foot peg using an 8mm hex, but you don't need to do this every time you lube the chain. The chain cover can be removed with a 5mm hex. To remove the front sprocket cover, we'll have to disconnect the shifter linkage first. Use a paint marker to mark the orientation of the linkage before disconnecting it with a 10mm wrench. The bolt has to be removed completely. Move it out of the way and use a set of bent nose pliers to squeeze and push the plastic band clip through from behind. Use a 5mm hex to remove the two screws. One more band clip and it's free. Don't forget to clean the inside of the cover before you put it back on. Pull this chain guide off and clean it too. That's a lot of gunk that should not be there. Before I start cleaning, I'll lay down some rags under the chain. Remove as much loose debris as you can. The entire chain is covered in a layer of dirt and grime. Kerosene is actually a very good chain cleaner. It works fast, it's safe on chains with O-rings, it's cheap, and you can find it anywhere, but make sure to use it in a well-ventilated area. Soak the chain inside and out, then get to work with the brush, scrubbing all sides of the chain while moving it forward and backward. Be careful not to pinch your fingers. More kerosene will help wash out the debris. You can use it to clean any parts coated in chain gunk. Wipe down the chain and scrub it again if needed. Use the edge of a rag to go between each link. You won't be able to get the chain completely clean until the sprockets are clean too. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. I think I could have cleaned around the bolts better if I had used a toothbrush. Once the kerosene has dried, apply your favorite O-ring safe chain lube to the inside of the chain. The one I'm using is wax-based and has a Teflon additive. Be careful not to spray lube on your tire. Spin the chain a few times and wipe off the excess lube with a clean rag. When reinstalling the front sprocket cover, position the metal chain guide with this point on the bottom. Reconnect the upper band clip and hold the sprocket cover in position while you install the two 5mm screws. Don't forget the lower band clip. Reattach the shifter linkage, lining it up with the mark you made earlier, and install the 10mm bolt. Reinstall the chain cover with a 5mm hex. The bolts on the foot peg should be torqued to 27 foot-pounds, but I was tired and I forgot. Just make sure it's not going to fall off. Now you can clean up your mess because we're done. That concludes this week's video. If you like my videos, consider becoming a patron or donating on PayPal. I quit my job and I'm not going back. As always, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below letting me know what you'd like to see next. And until next time, just keep throwing money at it.